Ellen DeGeneres has been a staunch advocate of the LGBTQ rights ever since she came out as gay in 1997. And she hit it big as a stand-up comedian before starring on her sitcom Ellen. Now, she has been the host of her award-winning talk show, The Ellen DeGeneres Show, since 2003. We all know that showbiz comes with controversy. And with that being said, today, we will talk about how Ellen DeGeneres went from hero to zero, so please stay tuned. Hi guys, this is Jose Enrico from Modern Luxury, and before we get started, make sure you click on the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell for more amazing videos. First, let's talk a few backgrounds about Ellen. She was born under the name Ellen Lee DeGeneres on January 26, 1958. Ellen is an American comedian, television host, actress, writer, and producer. She was born and raised in Medellin, Louisiana, to Elizabeth Jane, a speech therapist, and Elliot Everett DeGeneres, an insurance agent. Ellen has one brother, Vance, a musician and producer. In 1973, her parents filed for separation and were divorced the following year. Shortly after, Ellen's mother married Roy Gruzendorf, a salesman. Then she moved together with her mother and Gruzendorf from the New Orleans area to Atlanta, Texas, but Vance stayed with his father. DeGeneres started performing stand-up comedy at small clubs and coffee houses, and by 1981, she was the MC at Clyde's Comedy Club in New Orleans. She cited Woody Allen and Steve Martin as her main influences at this time, and in the 1980s, she began to tour nationally. And in 1984, she was named Showtime's Funniest Person in America. DeGeneres was considered a hero as in the first years of Ellen's coming out. She received a lot of abuse. The media had even field times with such a controversial announcement, and the attention she received sent her into a depressive spiral. But this didn't stop her continuing to be brave and from staying true to who she was. Many of us admired her, considered her as the legend for the LGBT community. She made a lot of people laugh, and she showed us all her multi-talent. But over the past 6 months, popular US talk show host Ellen DeGeneres has gone from hero to zero. It started with accusations of bullying and racism from Ellen herself, now accumulated into claims of sexual and physical assault against executive producers on the show. In 2007, when a former writer of the 2001 to 2002 sitcom The Ellen Show spoke of how DeGeneres treated her writers on the sitcom, saying she treated them like shit, and continued to elaborate and said, "We'd watch her in rehearsal smiling and winning us over with her charm and comic timing. Then the director would yell cut. Her face would fall and she'd level a glare at the writers. Why do you keep writing these unfunny jokes?" In March 2020, during the COVID-19 pandemic, DeGeneres drew backlash online for a comparison of self-quarantine to jail on her remote show. And in May the same year, videos of her past interviews of the Ellen DeGeneres Show began to resurface online. And they drew ire for what some characterized as DeGeneres mistreating and manipulating her celebrity guests. Some sources claim the most damning was an interview with Mariah Carey, where it looked as though DeGeneres had forced Carey to reveal her pregnancy on live television. It began when Ellen asked Carey about rumors that she was pregnant, and Carey responded awkwardly, "Don't discuss that." When she expressed her protest to addressing the topic, DeGeneres proceeded to bring out a bottle of champagne to make a toast to Carey not being pregnant. Carey began to resist drinking the alcohol, and she then proceeds to pretend to drink it. DeGeneres exclaims, "You're pregnant." Carey later confirmed to the public that she was pregnant. Unfortunately, weeks later, she had a miscarriage, something that was emotionally devastating for her. An article was posted on BuzzFeed News on July 16, 2020, in which 10 anonymous former employees accused the DeGeneres Show of being a toxic workplace, accusations including being fired after taking medical leave or bereavement days to attend funerals, as well as racist comments and microaggressions. One employee stated that "be kind" bullshit only happened when the cameras are on. "It's all for show. I know they give money to people and help them out, but it's for show." And on July 27, it was announced that Warner Media would begin an internal investigation of the show's workplace following the allegations. In response, DeGeneres published a letter apologizing to her staff. A second BuzzFeed article came out on July 30, 2020. In it, 36 former employees accused the executive producer of sexual misconduct and harassment. Some suggested that DeGeneres knew about this, but did not want to deal with it. For someone so involved in the show and the creative aspect, and having been in those meetings with her, it's very hard for me to wrap my head around the fact that she doesn't hear the same whispers. Another employee said she knows shit goes on, but also she doesn't want to hear it. August 3, 2020, former producer Hedda Muscat spoke about Degeneres in an interview with The Wrap. In it, she detailed an incident where she witnessed executive producer Ed Galvin screaming at the crew member. She said, "He just went off on them. His whole face turned red. We were stunned." She spoke of Degeneres' reaction. "I was waiting for Ellen to say something. Whoa, Ed, don't talk like that." Do you know what she said? She giggled. She crossed her legs up on the chair and she said, "Well, I guess every production needs their dog." And from then, we knew Ed was going to be the barking dog, her dog. On August 4, 2020, another BuzzFeed article was released where a former employee said Degeneres didn't just turn a blind eye, but encouraged the mistreatment, racism, and sexual harassment, adding, "You cannot stand up in front of an audience as large as hers every single day for 17 years and say the words, 'Be kind to one another,' and do what she did." And later that day, former Ellen DeGeneres show DJ and actor Tony Okungboa addressed the allegation, saying in an Instagram post, "While I am grateful for the opportunity it afforded me, I did experience and feel the toxicity of the environment, and I stand with my former colleagues in their quest to create a healthier and more inclusive workplace as the show moves forward." An interview from Vice published a concluded article, and it says there, "Maybe there will be a formative chapter for Degeneres, an introspective period of personal growth, but more likely, her recovery will be calculated. A series of moves countless celebrities have made before her, and countless more will make in the future. The question isn't whether she'll overcome this crisis that we already know. The question instead is, when she does, is anybody going to call bullshit?" That's it for today, guys. If you want to see more about celebrities or other luxurious lifestyles, please do check the other videos on this channel and consider hitting on like, subscribe, and share to be updated on our latest videos. See you on our next video.